Geez, Crilly. That was some voyage round the houses all the same. Think we should be rewarded for our industry.
What did you have in mind?
I managed to swipe a box of caustic soda off the shelf in Spa when you knocked over the display.
It wasn't on purpose. I temporarily lost my eyesight.
Though thoroughly excusable, it served as the perfect distraction.
Isn't caustic soda meant to be lethal, Vince?
It's all in the handling, my wide-eyed young understudy. Sodium hydroxide has a dual-action formula which I find thoroughly intriguing. The initial Alka-Seltzer fizz, when mixed, has accounted for a few in its time, but what a spectacular main event. If you can keep your stomach down and your eyes in their sockets, you have mastered the art of improvised brewing survival.
I'm not feeling it all well. Feel like me liver is trying to crawl up me gullet.
Ringing out fire lighters, them drinking the residue does that to you. You give leave to your senses. Which reminds me. See that partially smoked fag you found in Sea-Town? Don't go lighting it up anytime soon. We both could go up like a Catherine wheel.
Should we try the gate of the tennis club? Never know what you might find round the caretaker's hut. I can smell paint.
That will be the lingering effects of last night's terps. I can smell it myself. You must have thrown up on yourself at some point in your sleep. No, that gate will be locked. I've tried it 1,000,000 times and they never forget to bolt it.
Unlike Mulligan's funeral parlor.
Best Christmas party we ever had, you and me. Uptown was like a fucking morgue, and yet Mulligan's was positively swinging.
Your Shakin' Stevens impersonation was absolutely priceless.
Who the fuck is Shakin' Stevens?
You couldn't manage the words to that Christmas hit of his, but your legwork was exceptional.
Formaldehyde does that to you. It is like the champagne of bodily preserves. Something that useful to the body ought to be reclassified as one of your 5 a day.
They should be selling it in Boots.
Mais oui mon frère. We should write to the Minister of Health. Getting back to the caustic. It is best complemented by some other agent, ideally one with a bit of lift. Something to wake the drink, as the ad goes. Have you heard of the expression into the ether?
Rings a bell.
I half-inched a litre of Sillet Bang from Dunn's and swapped it for some ethanol with this clueless little shit stick at the shelter. Mixed it with some caustic and bang. The next 3 weeks were a blur. Point is, Crilly, if you don't know what you're up to, ethanol makes a wicked mistress.
Can I ask you something, Vincent?
I don't like the fucking sound of this, Krills.
Remember how you're always saying real friends never hold out on each other?
If this is about the half bottle of window lean I found at the bottle bank, there wasn't even enough left for a small window pane.
Not quite, Vince. While they were calling an ambulance for me in Spa, while you were swiping that caustic soda, I pocketed a bottle of vinegar.
You did in your hat. You are a prince among men, Crilly. I've taught you well. 1 slug of this caustic malt cocktail and we'll be besotted, I promise.
Let's walk further upstream, I suggest. Up to where you were bitten by that mouse.
How many times must I tell you? Mice don't bite. It was a great big fucking rat, and it died right there where it bit me. The triage nurse only wrote mice in her notes so as not to freak the new doctor out.
Either way, I say we get out of here. If Bilko knew we were just around the corner he'd make trouble.
This is his territory, I guess. The man's a bad egg. He took a jar of white spirits off me last week, sank the cunt, then split me head open with the jar. So much for honor among transients. The top of the stream it is then. That is where you found that weed all, isn't it?